Hi, we're back again, and I have another very interesting guest. We know him, he's a friend of ours, and his name is Garner Scott Odell. Hi, Garner.
Nice to be with you again.
Yes, good to have you back.
Thank you.
And I know that you always have very interesting books because they're adventurous, and I like things adventurous.
Adventures and thrillers and lots of history tied in with them. I love the research and I love the history, so I tie all that into my stories. And I'm very excited today because I just signed a new contract with a new publisher in England, in Great Britain, for my whole series,
Oh, Garner.
which is called the Gemstone Thriller series. And the first is Emerald, and it is about a 98-carat emerald, a historical stone. That's a stone. Well, put your hand up. Yeah, you could hold it in your hand. It was about that big. It belonged to the Bavarian National Treasury at one time, and they had some financial problems, as a lot of us did in the 1920s. And in 1931, they sold some of their collection of jewelry at Christie's in London in 1931.
Oh.
And since then, this emerald has disappeared. So actually disappeared. So I figured there's got to be a story behind that.
Well,
so I wrote it.
I'm hiding it.
You're hiding it. So I have built a story. It's an international thriller. It takes place from Buenos Aires to Switzerland to Germany to Israel. And I have a very nasty man who thinks the emerald was once part of his inheritance in Bavaria.
Wow.
And he wants it back.
I bet.
So he's after it and doing a lot of bad things. And I have two detectives that are after him, and they go round and round.
Oh, gosh.
So that's Emerald. And the second in the series is called Diamond, and it's about finding diamonds in the northern territories of Canada and in Montana. Did you know they found diamonds in Montana?
You're kidding. For real?
For real.
Wow.
For real.
That's amazing.
And so some of the same characters appear in the second book.
Yeah.
And that book is, we've written it, and it's being edited now. The first book, Emerald, is out, and then the third book is about rubies in Myanmar, in Burma.
Wow, Burma.
And my wife and I have been there a couple of times. And so that's about 3/4 finished. And these stories keep churning up in my strange brain.
Do you sleep well at night, or you wake up and work on your book in your head?
I do, as a matter of fact.
That's what I did too.
I do, as a matter of fact. And quite often I'm up. And since my publisher now is in England, I have to get up early just to correspond with them.
Mm-hmm. So
But
are they going to bring you over there? That'd be fun.
that would be, since I'm half English.
Oh.
My father was born in that country and came here when he was about 17. Mm. And we've traveled over there a lot to research the first book, Sir David.
Wow. I would have loved to have done that with my books, but actually they all took place here in America, so I didn't have to go too far.
Well, write one somewhere else and then go research it.
No, this is my heart's desire. It's a 4-book novel on women in American history.
Oh, wonderful.
And once it gets to the, starts selling real fast, it's being donated to the Actors Fund.
Wonderful.
So
wonderful.
And I did the same thing. You live it for a while.
That's right.
It keeps coming to you, and then you think, oh, I got to get from here to here. How do I do that? But most of the time, it just flows, doesn't it?
Yes. And I'm really surprised because when I get involved in the writing process, I'm actually there. I'm seeing what's going on. And I do have to research it from time to time, but it's kind of a strange feeling. I'm sure you've had that too. When you get involved in your story, you find that you can actually see it, and it evolves.
Definitely.
And
definitely.
it's a magical process.
You know what the character is going to say because you know them very well and
That's
how
right.
they're going to react
That's
to
right.
things.
Yeah.
What helped me a lot too, excuse me, I got allergies. What helped me a lot was the fact that I was an actress.
All right.
And I could get inside that character because that's what we do.
That's right.
So I could make my characters real, and that I noticed a lot of people told me, it touches me emotionally, and that's
right.
That's
That's
what you
right.
want.
You're right.
And if you don't touch them emotionally,
Well, I've done a little bit of acting myself.
oh well, see, I
So,
told you.
Yeah, it really does. Well, this new publishing company called Miramar Publishing in London, in England, and I'm very excited about it. And the first one, Emerald, this came out a couple of years ago, but the new book in the series is a total rewrite, and I've found a lot of additional information,
Oh,
and I wanted to add that, and they encouraged me to that. So it will be the second edition coming out the end of this month.
that's fabulous. Well, that gives you a short time to do it, but you have professional editors then.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
really
Yeah.
wonderful.
You have to. Because you get writing so fast, you forget about, gee, I need a comma here, and that's in the
Right.
past tense. And
My trouble is now typing, my fingers are not in the right place, and either,
yeah,
it goes over that way and I hit the wrong letter. But, let's keep going. Let's
sure.
keep going.
Well, my problem is I never learned how to type, and so
How do you do it? Just
I do it with 2 or 3 fingers. Yeah,
fantastic. Well, see, you can do anything if you want to. You
That's
can
right.
find a way to do it.
and anybody can write a book if they really put their mind to it.
That's right. I think too many people want to sit there and have the whole thing in their mind and just, and they don't ever start it because
that's
it's
right.
too big a
Yeah,
thing to do.
yeah.
So if they just sit down and start writing something,
Yep.
if you have to throw it away, throw it away. But write.
Sure,
Go ahead and write.
that's right.
And we tell that to all of our budding authors out there.
That's right. Right.
So now, what is the diamond? Oh, that's a poster for the diamond?
This is poster for for the.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Now, did they make you change the covers at all, or did?
No, I have a graphic artist here in Fresno that has been designing my covers, and they really like them.
Yeah, they are.
got a
They're
book.
very nice. I like the fact that you got maps on there. That's where it's taking place. A picture of the diamond. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. What's the other back? That's
This is
the.
black and white of emerald. So those are in the process, and
But Sir David, I thought the second one was diamonds or something.
yeah, the second one. This is a book I wrote several years ago.
Oh, this is not in the.
No, this is not in the series.
Oh,
It's
great.
about that relative of mine.
Yeah, you were telling me he has a relative way back in time.
Born in 1400, and he was a giant, and he lived to be 74 years old.
That's fantastic.
And those were very unusual things for those days.
Oh, yeah.
And people who read this will say, well, how did he live so long? And I said, well, if he was 6'7" and was wearing 90 pounds of armor on and was riding a huge Belgian war horse coming at you, you'd get out of his way. So,
Well, I sort of looked through that before we started, and I noticed there are fantastic illustrations,
yeah, there's some interesting pictures.
and your cover is great.
What I found in researching that is that families in the 15th century were going through many of the things that we go through with our families today. Now he was a soldier, and so he was away from his family. And then there were periods of time when he came back and had to readjust, and he had children, some that liked his profession and some that didn't. And
That's right.
so there was a lot of similarities between families in those days and families today.
Well, that's what makes me so upset that people have to be prejudiced against somebody that doesn't look exactly the way they like them to. We're all one.
That's right.
It's ridiculous.
That's
People
right.
should start loving each other more.
Amen. Amen.
So, Ryan, remind us one more time where they can buy these.
Well, we're talking about the Gemstone Thriller series, published by Miramar Publishing Company, and the first publishing of the second edition will be out this month and be available in bookstores and Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, and all over the world.
I am so happy for you.
I'm excited.
So proud of you
Thank
to
you.
have an English. That means your history is accurate.
That's
They're
right.
really excited about it.
Yeah.
So the next time when your book comes out, come in again.
Okay.
I would miss you if you didn't come in again.
I'll come in anytime.
Thank you, Garner.
Nice to be
have
with you.
We'll be right back.